John 4:4, it says, "Little children, you are of God, and you belong to Him, and you have already defeated and overcome them, the agents of the Antichrist, because he who lives in you is greater than he who is in the world." So our fifth point is that the joy of the Lord that is in me is greater than the hatred in this world. It's greater than any darkness, depression, or disappointment. This joy is always within reach because it is empowered and supplied and stirred up by the Holy Spirit. As I begin to pray in tongues, as I begin to worship, as I begin to sing, as I begin to shift my focus about anything that's going on in my life that is making me feel, even last night, I was just feeling like I had a great day. It wasn't a bad day. But when I got home, I began to see all the tasks and all the things that needed to be done for the next week and the next month and the next year. And then before you know it, you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. And you feel this darkness and this depression or this just emotional ick that tries to set in. And so I just turned everything off, all the music, all the noise, all the things, ignored the phone, turn it on silent, ignored the thing, and just spent some time just being in the Lord's presence and being honest with Him and saying, Lord, this is the emotions that I am experiencing right now. I am experiencing feeling overwhelmed. I am experiencing X, Y, and Z. And I don't really have any explanation, but I give you these emotions. I give you these, and I know that you will exchange it for your joy that is my strength. And as I just begin to shift my focus and not let myself stay there and change the way I was thinking and say, Lord, I don't even know what else to do, but I trust you. Just changing my focus, that whatever that was, it doesn't even have a name. I don't know what it was, just that, the heaviness and the burdens of life, whatever they are, they come in different forms, into different ways and different people. That begins to lift. And I was able to do the things that I needed to do because I changed my focus, because I was able to stir up the joy in me, knowing that it's going to be okay. Everything in this life is temporary and it's subject to change because He is the only thing. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And His joy is also yesterday, today, and forever because the Holy Spirit dwells in me. Our sixth point is that His joy, it gives me boldness to preach the gospel through my thoughts, my words, and my actions. When you see someone in your office or you see someone on the street laughing, you can't help but smile. You can't help but wonder, hey, if you know the people, you think, hey, what are you guys laughing at? What's so funny is what we ask. Because joy is something that is attractive. And it is joy that gives me this boldness. If I have joy, I am much more likely to want to stop and pray for someone, to want, whether it's under my breath or say, hey, can I pray for you? If I have stirred up that joy, and I am most likely not thinking of me, myself, and I, the unholy Trinity, but I am turning my focus and my affection towards Him. So joy gives me the strength to preach the gospel with my thoughts, with my words, with my actions. Meaning this joy, it's going to change the way I think, the way I see people, the way I treat people, the way I post on social media. Joy is going to affect those things. I'm not going to spread bad news. I'm not going to spread gossip. I'm not going to talk about things that are none of my business because I know that those things are joy stealers. And I want my joy to stay in my life and to be maintained because it's what gives me strength to keep going. Just like it gave Jesus strength to keep going. It built endurance in Him. In Romans 1:16 it says, "For I am not ashamed of the good news of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power working unto salvation for deliverance from eternal death, to everyone who believes with a personal trust and a confident surrender and a firm reliance, first to the Jew and also to the Greek. For in this gospel a righteousness which God ascribes is both revealed in leading to faith, as it is written, the man through faith is just and upright, shall live by faith." Now we get to live by faith in the Son of God. Faith knowing that it's going to be okay, knowing that no matter what's going on in our life, that we're not doing it alone, but that Jesus is with us, and it stirs up joy. So His joy is my strength. His joy gives me boldness to preach. His joy gives me just an understanding of how people are living and how people are walking through their day-to-day life. And it gives me the strength to not only see my circumstance, but to be able to see people the way that Jesus sees them and to help them, just offer them a helping hand. Hey, can I open the door for you? Hey, can I do something nice for you? Hey, let me text that friend. I remember what's going on. And it is joy that lifts me out of just thinking about me. Yesterday there was a girl, and we just happened to be at the dumpster at the same time at my place where I live. And I said, hey, let me get that for you. And she said, oh, yeah, thank you. We were trying to throw things away, but our hands are full. And I said, hey, let me grab that for you. So she did. I did it for her. And then she said, oh, let me do that for you too. It's contagious. This joy is greater than any hatred of the world. It doesn't matter what is the dividing line, whether it's religion or politics or family or skin color, whatever the world says, this is the division. Joy is greater than that. The joy of the Lord is greater than that. And this joy emboldens me, gives me boldness to preach the gospel with my words and with my actions, with my thoughts, the way I see people. This joy truly is the strength that I need to be and to act like Jesus Christ as He died for me to act and for me to think, for me to share the love of Christ with other people. So thank you so much for spending this time with the Words in Season podcast. You can find the previous episodes on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, also on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Feel free to share it on your social media. But most importantly, remember that every time that you open the Bible for yourself, that Jesus always has a word in season for you. God bless you.
And somewhere in winter and spring and fall,